Hello. Time for me to leave work. Hope to make it and catch the end of the stream. Dude, I think you will. Hi everyone. Sorry I'm late. Was just eating dinner. Ran a little longer. Was really hungry. How you guys all doing? Can we see the side of the manta? Yeah. We made chicken thighs and rice. And veggies. Here's the back. We'll show you guys on the intro screen. The back of the manta. Hopefully this is how, well, hopefully the limited edition ones turn out a little nicer than my own attempt at this. But it's still pretty cool. And then we got a little side profile going on. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Here, I'll show you guys from the top-down view as well. Hi, everybody. So, few things. Let me just show this off first. Okay. Oh, shit. Forgot to turn this light on. 1 second. Okay. Few things. So, number one. Number uno. Subathon will be on the 26th because I learned there's gifted subs. My hair is all flat today. No one pay attention, please. Subathon will be the 26th, so the second half of it. So I've just paused it for now. It makes the most sense because it'll be the easiest time for everyone to hit the goals and we can give away a lot of keywords. So why not? Wait, how is your camera treating that mic behind you so well? Oh, what, the light you mean? Oh, I don't know. I don't know the right answer to this. I actually don't know how to describe it. We tried your butter and maple syrup popcorn. And what'd you think? Dude, I need a haircut. Well, actually, do I need a haircut? I feel like I kind of do. Actually, no, I just need a shave. It was so good. Dude, I'm telling you, I had it the other night. I told everyone about it. A little bit of butter, a little bit of maple syrup. Easy peasy. For some reason, I never thought of maple syrup popcorn. It is the absolute best, bro. Absolute best. Hope you're doing well. FYI, the granites in the TB65F turned out great. Hell yes. Alphas sound amazing. No foam. Spare sounds great too. It absolutely slaps, but I feel like I probably need to swap it to filthy alphas. That happens. Sometimes you have the best switches in the world and you just want to do a different spacebar. Happens so often, dude. So, it made my place smell great too. I'm curious to know your ratios, because I feel like everyone ratios the maple syrup and butter different. But, okay, Sinister, I hate to nerd out about this. Didn't it add like a nice salty sweetness without overdoing it on the sweetness? And kind of like a weird, like obviously from the maple syrup, like a bit of a smoky taste? Wasn't that kind of nice? Hi everybody. Omi, how you doing? Great job on the switches, really nailed them. Thanks, man. Sounds like a heavier kettle corn. It's actually not as heavy. To me, it's like more natural, I guess. Can the tier 3 subs finally get their Alexotos homemade maple syrup? Bro, I wish I had a maple tree. I wish I had a maple tree and I'd share with you guys. We're doing a Vega today. We're also doing a sponsored segment today. We gotta do something to pay the bills, guys. Unfortunately, this channel can't operate without them. So, however, the sponsored segment today is interesting, and I want to talk about it before we do anything today. We're gonna look at the Aki's keycaps. Here's the caveat, though. What's up with your hair? It's all messy. I didn't.
Hey, Alex, what's with your hair?
It's all messy. I didn't do it. I put water on it, showered, and then I just said fuck it, and this is how it dried. So it dried all curly and like actually not so great. Okay, Aki sent me some metal keycaps. Here's the caveat to this though. We already looked at their metal keycaps once and we liked them, but there was glaring issues with the stems just being absolutely awful on them and them not offering kind of like a way to adjust those stems when they said they were. They reached out again. It seems since then they've corrected a lot of these issues according to people I've talked to, not them actually. So I wanted to be clear with that. So while this is sponsored, I do want to take a proper look at them again. I do like their new lineup of stuff. We're actually going to put the keycaps on this beautiful machina board over here. I mean, the metal keycap thing is... It's probably not for everyone, but it's for some people. So they sent over a few things. Actually, what does this piece of paper say? What is this? Oh, I think we got 2 things they sent over. This is reading what both of these things are. They have like a mystery box, which is cool, I guess, for people who want to do stuff like this. So, actually, I don't even know what this mystery box costs. We'll find out. The concept of metal and ceramic are so cool. People love them. People love the ceramic stuff. I've seen plenty of people really like the metal stuff too. So I think it just really depends on the person. Actually, let's see. Let's go to all keys. I've been seeing they've been ramping up like meetups and stuff too. They've been showing up the meetups, which is neat. So I mean that's always a dope thing to see. Super dope. But these are the wild ice keycaps, which actually have a cool texture to them. And then they have, an artisan mystery box. Comes with a wolf, ram, wildcat, eagle, horse, tiger, or reindeer. I can't foresee, like, let me be real with you guys. I can't foresee anyone realistically using these because they're so big, but I think the concept is actually kind of neat. It's cool for sure. It's cool. So, but it's about... It looks like the VIP, whatever they're going to be doing here, is about $139 to start for the Frost Blue, Abyss Black, and Glacier Copper. If you guys want to see what I'm looking at, it's on the ! Build. It's their Kickstarter website. It's not out yet. It launches in like 2 days, but it looks like it's going to start about $140 for a set of these metal keycaps, which isn't bad. And then they have some more expensive ones for $220. We have... Actually, that's a great question. I don't know which ones we have, but I guess let's look at these ones here first, then we'll do the other ones here. Oh, these are the blue ones. Actually, these are the ones that I think are, I mean, as much as I dislike blue sometimes, I actually was hoping I got these ones here. So what I'm most curious about now is how these are going to fit. Oh, these actually look pretty sick. These are actually dope. Color me impressed. These are actually pretty cool looking. Damn. I mean, yeah, I have to say, I like the texture of these and I like the look. Cool. So they have laser etched, it looks like legends, which look pretty good, although obviously it's a little tough to see them with this particular color. They have a texture. They have this kind of crackled texture to them, which matches what you see on the keycap. Well, that's dope. Huh. I wish the trays were a little different here. Oh, interesting. They also sent some samples. By the way, this is a sample kit. This is not, they told me to particularly say this is a sample kit. I'm not sure if you'll get all of these other things in there, but this is to show you guys some stuff. Oh, actually, this is a dope color, too. This is pretty cool. I think this is a... Man, I don't even know. This is definitely a long spacebar. This is definitely a long spacebar. It does have a slight warp in it. God damn, that's interesting. I just took a nap and man, I had the most vivid dream. All I could hear was your voice and your hand caressing my stubbly chin. I opened my eyes and immediately ran to the computer and saw you were streaming. I hope you've been well, my keyboard king. Barbs. God damn, brother. You're gonna make me act up really quick on stream now. What the hell's this? Deep thought? God damn, brother. Pause, I'm jealous? Me too. I want to pause. I want to be in Burb's dreams right now. I know I was, but like I want to physically be there. Blushing? Got me kind of messed up right now. These also feel heavier than the other ones, which, okay, I want to actually, you know, I didn't even think about doing this. This is a great idea. Oh, they're all the way at the bottom now. I'm going to take out, like, one key of the old ones. So, for the record, this is a key of the old one they sent me. And mind you, the old ones are okay. But these actually feel more substantial for some weird reason. And I wonder if I were to take the tab. So they look a little bit more... Yeah, these actually do look like they're better. I know it's tough to see, but these new ones look like they have a better shape overall than the old ones. So it looks like there was some refinements being made. Stem-wise, the new ones also look like they've had some readjustments done to the stems. These are a bit more rounded, while these ones here are a bit more sharp. Well, that's good to see. Cool. I mean, dude, I want to put this on the keyboard now. I don't even know, is this the right board to put this on? Yeah, it's like a gray. It'll be fine. Actually, let me go find like a gunmetal gray keyboard. Now I kind of want to make this look really pretty. Or at least a silver keyboard. Actually, you know which one would be pretty sick? We have a Bion board we can put it on. There is no tool thing. I'm kind of hoping you don't even need the tool thing anymore. But let's put this on. Genuinely curious to see how this is going to work. Interesting spacebar. Actually, this spacebar is pretty damn... Yeah, it's pretty good for this spacebar. Oh shit, I don't think my switches have heavy enough springs. I didn't even think that... I might actually have to swap the spring for this one here, because I don't think I have a heavy enough... Actually, yeah, this would be funny to put in here too, huh? That would be hilarious to put this in here too. One big spacebar. I actually think... No, I don't think the 10U is going to work very well, guys. I need to take out the other two. I mean, I can because this is a hot swap PCB. No. I might have to switch this out for a different spacebar. But for the meantime, let's just see how it looks. I'll do it towards the end. We'll find a different switch for this because these are heavy. You're going to need heavier springs. End of story. There's no fooling around with that. Is there a stepped caps with this? Luckily, this is hot swap. Yeah, okay. I already have regular caps in here anyways. So you don't get a step caps, which is a bit of a bummer, but I guess I kind of understand. Actually, damn, these are pretty fucking cool. These are pretty cool. Look at these. Look at the way they glimmer. So the big test is going to see how these all fit. That's going to be the big test, which I can already tell you, I think some of them are a slight bit loose. And I don't mind that because honestly, that happens sometimes with metal keycaps. I just hope that these are a little bit easier to readjust. Also, why is this one here not going in nice now? See, like right here is a bit worrisome because this should just be going on no issues. So we'll put that to this side. Yeah, like the stab area keycaps are a little tough. Like that one there went on fine. Yeah, this needs a heavier spring for sure, man. That's crazy. All right. And these are pretty standardized parts. Like this is a cherry clip-in space or cherry clip-in here. Nope, this is not going in very well with the stabs. And I guess that's kind of like what I want to see from Aukis is a little bit of like an adjustment tool being shipped out too. See, that one there is not staying on very nice. That way there you can adjust these things and not have to feel like you've made a boo-boo. Ooh, some of these are rather tight. Now again, they did mention these were machined and shipped out immediately for promotional use. I personally think I would probably go with like an 80 gram or above for the spacebar if I'm using metal. I feel like these are going to be a pain in the ass to take off afterwards. Box Navy should do the trick then. I don't think I have one. Actually, I might have a Box Navy. I think F1's a bit taller than the rest. Oh, it's not seating right. There we go. Dude, this is looking... It looks sick, though. I gotta admit. This is a sick keycap set for that. I'll go over some thoughts I'm having right now towards the end, but let me put them all on first. We're doing a Vega build today, too, guys, so... Metal ceramic keycaps, while look good, I'm not sure how to place it in my daily use. These don't feel that bad. I think, like I said, I need to add a different spacebar here, but interesting to say the least. I can't see what the hell these are. They're not scratching the case at all. This one's a little loose, but there's no scratching the case. That would be a problem with the keyboard, not the keycaps at that point there. Okay, some of these are very difficult to put on, and I'm sure I'm destroying these particular switches, which is fine, because we're doing this for demonstration. You know, I have a weird suggestion for AW keys for future projects. Just a thought here. What if they were to make, basically, hear me out. Essentially, what I would think AW keys would do really, really well with is, why not make the stems plastic or just a different material, and then keep the shell here and just have them like glued in place or like fused, basically. I think that would make a lot more sense, because I think the full metal is going to cause some issues for them in the long run. Is this just like, oh, this is the tilt, okay. Syracuse does a great job of this. Yeah, they should definitely follow suit. Definitely follow suit in that case. I will say though, these are, other than that one key, everything is going on pretty nice, and I'll applaud them for that. They are tight though. That's the new concern here, is they're a little tight. But they're definitely not like last time, where as we were typing, they were just literally falling off. Dude, this will look great for the DK1. What set is on the board? So hard to find a nice olive green. That is GMK Olive. Literally GMK Olive. I wonder, if I take one of these off, am I destroying the stems here? A little bit of the stems being shaved off, which is not good either. So, but I know cherry stems are a little thicker. Signature blue. F. Yeah, and like I said, I know this is a sponsored segment where we're showcasing things, but I also like want to be very thorough with these, because last time I looked at them, they were too loose. And it was kind of hard to recommend them. Here seems to be the opposite. They're going on. Some of them are going on fine. Some of them are a little tighter than I'd like. Like this one here, for example. Like that one there was fine. See, that's a good size for that one there. That too. Somehow this shade of blue reminds me of Transformers toys. A little bit, huh? Might be useful for purples. Yeah, you can just literally... See, why are all these going in so nice? These ones here are going on perfect. Like, these are amazing. Well, I think there was probably, like, so far, nine really, really tight ones. That's a B. Wait a second. Oh, okay, where's the next row here? Oh, why does the row start there? Damn, this does look sick, though. I gotta say, this looks pretty fucking cool. Where's the A? Ah, why does A start here? Oh, this one here is really tight, too. It's like 10 so far. Oh, damn, that's not gonna go on at all. We have Geon stem trimmers at home. For realsies. Well, this just might be a permanent addition to this particular keyboard, which I'm fine with, because, you know what, this is kind of a sick look for this particular board. Is it just me or the W and E misaligned? No, I just need to put them in more. That's why. Wasn't fully pushed in. Like I said, they're a little difficult to push in, some of them. Which is, like I said, a bit of a problem for me. But, yeah, these are going to damage your switches. So you got to be careful here. Like that one, there's not going in at all, dude. This one here is too tight. Thank you, motherfucker. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. So G and H would have to go here, but it's fine because they're not going to go in. So let's just start here. You just can't. You can call me MF. If my name's weird to say out loud. Oh, it doesn't matter to me none. That's a solid username. I swear a lot anyways, so I ain't taking any offense to that, my friend. All right, well, very, very tight for the J as well. That's not, or the L. That's not going to go on very nicely. I wonder though. Let's just take this off for the time being. What if I were to just want to try a different particular? Let's try a HMX, or yeah, technically HMX switch. Will they go on nicer here? Nope, just as difficult to put on. Okay. This is painful to watch. Yeah, and this is feedback I'm going to provide to them. This is definitely feedback. Again, I want to preface by saying they did tell me, hey, some of these are going to be, oh, that went on fine now, a little bit weird because this was done in a, I don't want to say rush, but they said they CNC these, or fresh off the CNC was the exact words they had used. Where's the H? I think your keycaps are a little shiny. They're Minecraft diamonds. So I guess this is supposed to be the enter? Oh, here's the enter. So this one here is a little loose as well. So we have, well, actually this one here is not a little loose, it just didn't go on properly. Okay, that's gonna be very difficult to push in, so I'm gonna wait for that one there. Might affect some of the sound, but what can be done is have like a plastic switch insert. That's what I'm saying too. That is what I'm saying too. That would make truly the most sense and not damage stuff like this. But I'll give it to Aki's, it looks cool. But yeah, I don't know how practical this is if it's damaging your stuff. Unless you don't care about that kind of stuff, which, hey, the filament's gonna be great. You're not gonna have any problems with this. Although, I'm a little confused with how they laid out the keycaps here. Because they got like a G and H. You know the 9-key aluminum thing you have on your desk most of the time? I'm kind of curious. 9-key artisan aluminum thing? Oh, do you mean like one from Treasure Keys? That one there? Okay, some of these I have to push back in. The Treasure Key one. Oh, here's B technically. There's no giveaways happening today, guys. We're postponing the subathon to the 26th for a bunch of reasons. The main one, though, main reason is just Twitch is doing extra subs that day. So it just makes the most sense to do it that day there. And And then we need this guy. Thanks for letting me know. Anytime. Alright, that one there's not pushing in all the way either. Okay, this spring needs to be heavier, obviously. Looking cool so far, though. And then I need delete end and the page down. And page down. Okay, and then we have to put this one here on. Now, some of these aren't even because of what I told you guys earlier. These are a little difficult to push in, very difficult to push in. But how does this look? Man, I don't even know if I have a heavy spring to swap this to right now. Tell you what, though, they already sound. Damn, actually, that's pretty cool looking. I got to admit, again, some of these might fall. Well, the only one that might fall is this shift here because I can't get it in. All right, so let me find a better spacebar for this. I love the way these look. These are really cool by Alexotos. The fitment needs work, though. It definitely needs work. Let's just try this one here. A little better. So, let's see how this sounds. We'll just not use this particular shift here. I mean, they're cool sounding too. They sound like metal keycaps. I love the way these look. They look cool. Honestly, they sound pretty cool too. If you're into that metallic-y kind of like, you know, mining sound. They look cool. They're really cool looking on the keyboard. However, Alexotos needs to figure out something with their stems here. I mean, it's hard to recommend these in good faith if they're gonna damage your switches. And like, I can even see that, dude, I'm gonna have to really go through and push each one of these down properly. Some of them are just not pushed down all the way. If they can get, so I had like a string of keycaps right over here and over here, which all fit it like amazing. But if they can get the fitment right, I think they have a solid product on their hand. Again, I know they told me ahead of time, and I even told you guys ahead of time too. They told me that these were fresh off the CNC, you know, just CNC'd and sent over, so there was going to be issues with it. In its exact words, where is it? It's even on here too. Where is it? Oh, maybe it's not on here. Oh, freshly milled. It's not CNC. Freshly milled prototypes and may not be perfect. And they're basically apologizing and thanking me for my understanding. So I get it. I understand that. I get it. Makes a lot of sense. You know, these aren't going to be, you know, completely indicative of stuff. Maybe they will be receptive to some change, but so I can probably take them out, but they're going to, I mean, yeah, they don't actually damage anything, seems like, well, not damage, but they don't like pull out the rest of the switch. But I'm sure if this was, yeah, like that actually did damage the switch there. That particular one got damaged. So that's fully damaged at that point. So the switch pulled out too much. So yeah, this is realistically going to be a product. Can you show the switch? Let's see if I can get that to happen again. Yeah, you can see there's damage on the stem. 110%. You guys see that? The plastic shaved down a little bit. So yeah, again, hard to recommend if that's going to happen to them. Again, maybe I'll figure out if they're going to, you know, redo some of these bottoms here. But as it stands right now, I think Alexotos needs to do one of two things. A, provide a tool to make sure that these fit. And I did test it on the HMX switch, and it was the same filament. So, and I feel like HMX switches have smaller stems. So they need to do that first of all. Or they need to just create some sort of plastic stem that's in line with how stems should fit. In its current state, it seems like a mostly usable product, albeit some of these didn't fit at all. Like the shift, I just cannot get on for the life of me. I think someone in chat just put it, KJ just said it. This is kind of like a mount it and then you're never going to take it off your keyboard type thing. It is a super cool look. Again, I've dealt with many companies trying to sell metal keycaps. They've all had their flaws. Cool look, needs work.
Hey Mr. Toes, I hope you are doing well. I was wondering if you listened to the latest podcast on Mr. T's channel and what your thoughts on my reflections might be. Also, have you been using iOS 26 and do you like it?
I hate iOS 26. I wish I can get rid of it. To answer your question on like, do I have any reflections on what they were saying? Not really. I think their experiences are their own. I've kind of experienced the hobby in a different manner because I think I've approached it differently, which I think we all have. I think everyone's approached stuff differently, right? Like, I don't think we're all the same in that manner. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have any negative things. I thought it was an interesting podcast for I think I watched about 40 minutes of it. So this looks like about the same color, bok choy. About the same color. Like I said, it's a cool looking keycap set. I can guarantee you if I flip this upside down though, 2 of them are going to fall off. Well, okay, 1 of them will. 1 fell off as I flipped it upside down. But this one here, like I said, needs to be readjusted. You can even see this stem. It looks like that prong over there is too far out. So compared to last time I used the Aki keycaps, 50% came out. The fact that they're ranting about consumerism while trying to sell a $3,500 keyboard is crazy work. Yeah, that's a little out of touch in my opinion. I read about that particular part. I think I might have either missed it because I don't remember hearing about it in the first little bit, like the consumerism thing, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But I did read some of like the feedback on that. Yeah, again, a little poor taste to kind of say raw consumerism, and then by the way, we sell a really expensive product that not many people can afford. But I think they're whatever. It's gonna be for whatever. But yeah, let's open up this one here. I'm gonna let Akis knows about the filaments, by the way. So hopefully they respond well. Oh shit! Ooh, this is cool. Oh shit! They sent like a whole box of these. So wait, do you just get all of them in here? Wait, do I just get all of them? I might give these away too. I like the packaging. The packaging is really cool. It's a set? Oh, I thought it's all mystery stuff. I thought each one of these is going to be like a blind box type thing. How do I open this nicely without tearing this up? Is there a good way to do this? I don't think there is. Okay, we'll just do it like this. Either get one or the set of mystery box. Okay, that's cool. Ooh, this was a horse. Is the horse rare? Oh, these are cool though. I'll give them that. These are super dope. You kind of have to be into these like metal keycaps though. You know what these look like? Monopoly pieces. That's cool. I feel like these would look really sick on a desk too. I'm gonna open them all. Bro first pull and asks if it's rare. Oh, here, there's like a little tear thing here. That makes more sense. Okay, what do we got in this one? This one here is this rare? This is the wolf. I like how they have like little cards in them too. That's cool. That's neat. These are all metal, yeah. Actually, these are done really well. In fact, I will say like compared to their previous iterations of stuff. I like these a lot more in terms of finish. These are really cool. Dude, I'm gonna ask if this is rare for every single one, by the way. Give me the rare one. I'm gonna weigh these, by the way. I'm gonna start a flipping channel. Ooh, we got the eagle, the shaman. That's cool too. I love opening stuff like this. Come on, get a shiny one. This is like Labubu, but for artisans. Yeah, those are rare ones. They're rare, 1 of 6 and 1 of 15. Ooh, the Exiled Chief. That's cool. Actually, these are pretty sick. I might actually keep them on the desk. There was pricing for the main keycaps. As for these, oh, is this a duplicate? No, these are different too. Nice. So wait, is this last pull then going to be a rare one? But there should be pricing for all of these on their Kickstarter page. I didn't see a set though. My partner got me Labubu. I thought keyboard first come first serve were stressful. Labubu's a whole different beast. I can't get into those things. Is this going to be a dupe, or a dope? Hell yeah, dude. We got the secret rare one. Damn, this one's humongous. Hell yeah, dude. Rare pull? Hell yeah. Damn, wait, this one's kind of sick still. Look at this one, dude. Not gonna lie, I vibe with this heavy. This would look hella stupid on a keyboard. But that is cool. Honestly, these are pretty sick. I'd have these as little decorations. Look at this. That actually looks pretty cool. We didn't get the Ram, which was the one I was actually low-key hoping for, because that's my zodiac sign or whatever. These are cool, though. Bro, if you press that... Dude, yeah, you're going straight to the ER for sure. Cool. Alright, well, again, I like the concept of everything Aki's is doing here. In fact, I like it way more than their first attempt at... Well, I wouldn't say first. I don't know what attempt it was, but the first time I looked at their keycaps, it was... Oh, man. Honestly, it felt like there was a cool concept there, but there was, like, barely any execution. This feels a lot better. There is one major fix that needs to happen, which is arguably, you know, something very important. But I like the concept of what they're doing here. This is dope. Cool. Very neat. Labubus are actually crazy, dude. I see some of those go for like old school Beanie Baby prices. Cool. All right, well, again, Aki's, thanks for sending these out. I stand by my the stems need to be corrected because like I can't even get the shift on. Again, I want to stress this. They did say these were prototypes, samples, but again, it's hard to say like this will get fixed for the final product. And I want to say this is like a thing for a lot of vendors. It's one thing if something's in like group buy, which this is kind of a group buy thing, so yes, things could get fixed, but it's always nice to see like the company state a plan of action or the company do something about it. So it's one thing for me to be like, I'm going to relay all this information to them. It's another thing now for Aki's to be like, yo, we saw the feedback. It was genuine and honest. And, you know, I think I'm being quite nice about it. So I hope that they end up getting the stems fixed because I genuinely think the texture on these caps and the overall look are super fucking cool. I really like the way these look. Like, that is dope. But again, The stems absolutely need to be fixed, or else you're going to damage your keyboard, which I don't think anyone wants to do. So, in its current state, my final verdict, if this does not get changed, you can't use these realistically, unless you just want them permanently on your keyboard. If they do get changed, then hell yeah, this would be a cool freaking product, dude. This should be a sweet product. But, almost there. Almost, Akis. Almost. Almost there, my friend. Friends, I should say. You're not supposed to have a tool in the box. There was 0 tools in this box. Unless there's something completely underneath. No tools. Again, sample kit. So maybe there was supposed to be a tool and never got put in here, but no tools in this box. What are those crazy gold animal keycaps on the monitorizer? They're from Akis. I actually really like these. I think this is a cool concept of a product. This is super dope. So hell yeah, Akis for that. But they're from Akis. We're showcasing some of their metal keycaps today. Quick type test? Hold on one second. Let me move this to the side. Oh. Again, some of these are not going to work, so I'm just going to take that off. How would this... I guess that's not really going to work because there's just a stab there, but... Look how tall this is. Too tall, bro. That was a 10U spacebar, yeah. Craziness, craziness. Alright, let's put this to the side. Let's start our Vega build. Again, thanks Akis for letting us take a look. I also hope that shows you guys that even though something's sponsored, we can still be honest and we can still do things pleasantly. We don't have to be an asshole about it, you know? We can still be honest and, what's the word I'm looking for? Honest, truthful, without being a jackass. And while being respectful that someone put some work into some products. And yes, be critical about things too. So, forthcoming, yes, exactly. Alright, time to build this Vega. I have not built a Vega in many years. Many years. I do think they need plastic inserts. I think that would be the best course of action. What springs did you use on the Seabass Milky Yellows? 53 gram Geon springs, I believe. Wow, this is old. What's that meta? Whoa. Actually, I'm gonna move this out of the way for now, guys, if you guys don't mind. Let's just put this here. Right there. It's out of my way. All right. Man. This sounds really stupid, but it's been so long since I've unboxed one of these. I'm kind of excited. Like, my heart's pitter-pattering right now. Because it feels like I'm opening a new product, and I'm getting that sense of like, whoa, this is new. Damn, I don't even remember how this unboxed. That's crazy. Okay, we have feet, gaskets. This is a client build, by the way. This is not a review or anything. This is just me having fun right now. Cool. We got the Vega here. What else is here? We got our PCB. All right. I'm excited. New old stock. Cool. Very cool. Vintage stream. Damn, is Vega vintage now? Is it vintage? Is it considered vintage? By the way, you want to know the craziest thing we're doing today? Banana splits. I don't know what year it is, by the way. I really don't know what year it is, but we're doing these. These were interesting to lube. These actually took way more work than I'd like. They don't lube very well. They lube in such a manner where, like, the moment there's even a slight bit too much, you don't hear any sound from the switch. You hear jack shit. We're not doing C3 stabs. Unfortunately, that's the only thing that's not old. We're using new stabilizers. Good old days. By Oh wait, I cut the inside of my finger here. I don't even know from what, guys. I fucking hate this. Yeah, I basically had to apply such a thin coat of lube because they did sound better with a little bit of lube, but it was such a thin coat that honestly it was like kind of like a nerve-wracking thing to even apply. Wow, cool. This is... I forgot how good this keyboard looks too, man. This is a good looking keyboard. Hold on, let me put feet on and then we'll explore the board. Timeless design, very timeless, dude. That's why I'm always urging people, if you guys are gonna buy something and only buy one thing, get the timeless one. By the way, guys, would you guys be interested? It's not in yet, but I got my hands on a very good deal for a vintage lens from the 70s. I think it comes in next week. Do you guys want to unbox it with me? I know it's super unrelated to this, but I was kind of excited because I found a really good deal on eBay. No, it's a Leica lens, but it's not expensive. It was a few $100. But it's from the 70s. I think I lucked out because if you search the lens now, which I'm not going to tell you guys what it is right now, the lens like doubled in price a few days ago. I ordered it last week. And I've been wanting it for a while. I decided that was the one thing I was saving up for. Dude, here's the thing. Dude, I like how Grant asked that. Grant knows the questions. It actually is considered a Mint++ version. So it has a slight bit of hazing according to the website, but I saw the videos they sent and they're being generous by even saying slight. There's like no hazing. So I'm excited to get it, and I got a super good deal on it. It was $390, but if you go search the lenses now, those lenses, people are like selling them now for $900, $800-ish. So like doubled in price, because there was I guess literally after I bought it, there was like some people coming out with some content on it. But for a vintage lens, I was kind of pumped up. Oh no, it's not $999. I can't afford a $1,000 lens at the moment. I just recently bought some camera stuff to do video stuff, and like that was it. This is a personal thing, like personal purchase, but I thought it'd be cool to open it with you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Very cool. Very cool, very cool. Did you buy it to take pictures to give you some nostalgia? No, I bought it because that focal length is something I've been wanting to use more often, because I kind of know what it looks like. I'll explain it when I get it, but I thought it'd be cool to unbox it with you guys because it's old. So, well, how'd you know that, Cheese Man? Did I talk about this once? It's a 40mm lens, yes. Well, now that spoils everything. There it goes. Now we spoiled everything. Bro, Vega used to be 1K because of hype. 40mm is the new shit. Okay, now I'll talk to you guys about it then. Fuck it. It's going to be a long stream today. I don't even care. I'm just having fun tonight. Fuck it. Basically, I've been wanting a 40mm for a little while. And I kind of have a 40mm equivalent lens. And I like the way it takes pictures. It's pretty natural. It's basically how your eye looks at things, like almost exactly. But I couldn't find one for like my camera that wasn't a Voigtlander lens. And I love Voigtlander lenses. But for some reason, I was looking at some of the sample images and I just didn't like the way that it was rendering. So I managed to get a good deal on a Leica one, which was literally like I said, 300 and I think it ended up being about like Canadian dollars, about 490 with shipping and taxes, which is honestly not bad for a new lens, considering. So it wasn't that bad. People realizing that medium format had it right by having 40mm equivalent lenses as standard. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much use like every now and then a 42-ish, like 26 USD. Yeah, I guess Insty. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's super interesting. I'm excited to take a look at it, to be honest. I've been wanting that for a while. Sorry, did someone ask about something here? I forgot. I think I missed a question. If I missed a question, guys, feel free and just literally copy paste it. All right. I I think I'll probably need to open this up now, huh? To get the plate. Let's do that first. He's so over that joke. Dude, everyone's been saying, honestly, our dollar stinks right now. Dude, I didn't get this, but I was looking at a piece of lighting basically for the stream to make it look prettier, and it was in euros. And I didn't realize how bad the Canadian dollar was until I looked at the euro. Because I was like, oh, dude, this thing that I want is like 80 euros.
What's your go-to?
I'm thinking at 90 Canadian dollars. I am very wrong, dude. I was so wrong, bro. My go-to cheat meal? I like burgers, bro. I'm gonna be honest, burgers every time. Give me burgers. USD isn't doing so well either. I think it's doing a little better than the Canadian dollar though. 300 CAD is like 10 euros. Let's see how much actually it is. I'm actually genuinely curious because I think that's honestly low-key kind of right. Let's see, 300 CAD to euro. Oh, Jesus Christ. Guess. Without, no, someone's gonna Google it. Fuck it. It's 183 euros. 300 Canadian is 183. Dude, it's so shit right now. Like I told you guys, I looked at it, I'm like, oh, 80 euros, this is like 90 bucks? Wrong, bro. I was dead wrong, dude. Isn't that crazy? Dude, it's crazy, right? That rate is god-awful. So bad. With vintage Switch today, what are your thoughts on different eras of Switches in terms of quality and tolerance? Really interesting question. So I personally think there are nuances to all of this. And I think my honest answer is I think there are nuances to this entire hobby. Some flat out improvements that I think people are getting better about is the tolerance of the plastics themselves. So I think one thing we're seeing less of is like switch wobble, like stem wobble, stuff like that. We're seeing less Switches nowadays need films, so less housing wobble. So I think things like that are just good things to have in general. But you know what? Again, this is going to be a nuanced take here. Some people might like having a Switch which you can do the works of mods to because that brings them joy. And I think when we're looking at vintage Switches or just older Switches within the last even 5 to 6 years, it's definitely come a long way, you know. But I think some people might enjoy the process. These days, you don't really have to do anything to your Switches. You know, you can get a batch of HMX or KeyGeek or Type Plus stuff, and it's ready to go right out of the box. So I think in a lot of ways, and this might sound ridiculous, we're kind of in the age of convenience. It's very convenient to do the Switches nowadays because you don't have to worry about having to mod it to hell and back, you know? So that's kind of my answer there. I don't think I have a great answer because, again, preference. Some people like the old scratch that some of the Cherry Switches had, and they don't like how smooth everything is now. We're even seeing Switches trying to emulate or simulate, or whatever the word might be, that scratch. So it's interesting. Very, very interesting the way Switches have come. But I think it's also very trendy in what's in and what's the fad, you know? Are the keycaps shine through? Which ones? Early HMX was very samey, but they've come into their own a bit. I definitely think they've come into their own, for sure. Although I don't know if the client's watching tonight, but I totally forgot to ask if they wanted foam in their builds. I low-key think this might be fun foamy. Oh, the metal keycaps were not shine through, no. They were just laser etched. Cool. What an exciting build today. Actually, I don't even know the client's username. I should take a look. Let's see. I need to start. Dude, I always say this, but I always forget to put what's your Twitch username so that way I can ask questions like live on stream if we forget something. It's okay. Let's put this here. Are the keycap legends easy to see in low light? The metal ones? Not really. I don't think they are. That particular set, anyways. I think that would be quite difficult to see. I'm still betting like 50k. What happened? Probably not much. How much is... Well, let's see this. How much has Alex spent in total on keyboard stuff? I can tell you guys the answer. You guys want to know the answer? Are we... Okay, I need to know if we're including things like... Am I including client build costs? Because I think that's going to be the big one. Like, technically I am spending money on stuff, and I can tell you guys like the ins and outs of things. If we're including that, dude, I'm going to tell you guys straight up. Okay, actually that doesn't really count though, because I also I bill people back for those things. I don't think that counts. Okay, here's an idea of something before I can get into the more nitty-gritties, okay? I don't have an exact dollar amount for you guys, but the very first year I was into keyboards, and I documented this on my blog a little bit, I was not in a good headspace. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I don't know, man. I was just in a headspace where I just felt like I needed to spend a lot of money to make myself feel better. And I was making, at that time there, about Canadian dollars, about $50,000 a year. That was before tax. So I think after tax, I made around, I think it ends up being like 35, 36, something like that. I spent every dollar on keyboard stuff. So if that gives you guys an idea of like how much I actually spent in the hobby for the first year of being in the hobby. That was also a wake-up call because that was not healthy at all. Because at the end of the year, I had $0 in my bank account. And it was extremely hard to kind of function after that. So yeah, about 30, probably, I mean, I bought about, the first year of keyboards, I think I bought around 30 keyboards. Actually, not 30, 25. And some of them were about $1,000 each. So I spent every dime that I had. Like, it's weird because I'm almost ashamed to say it, but like, I also think it's, I think it's necessary to talk about these things sometimes. But it wasn't healthy. And like, I realized that way afterwards, and it was a giant wake-up call. But I feel like there's more to this story that I should probably tell you guys to make it make more sense, but it's okay. But after that, every year on keyboards, and this is what I'm proud of, every year I try to only spend $2,000 on my hobby. So I think this year here I'm technically over a little bit. But ever since then, so that was like 2020 or something, 2021. No, that was 2020 or 2019 or something. Every year after that, I've set a limit for myself. Every year after that, because I realized, and I was also, mad at myself that I had $0 in my bank account, and I'm like, yo, I'm 29 or 28, however old I was, I don't remember. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I need to like get my shit straight. And that was like my wake up call to being like, dude, this is so stupid. Like, what did I do? But yeah, necessary lesson on my end. Can tell you guys right now, I still had and gave away most of those keyboards. I didn't sell a single one. Well, I sold one, I think. But yeah, I spend about $2,000 a year-ish on keyboard parts.
Good afternoon, Mr. Toes.
But if you want to do client stuff, that's totally different. But again, I invoice for those things, so it doesn't really matter. Kind of a dumb analogy there. Personal growth and development are part of life. Appreciate you for sharing. I think it's super important, dude. Like, I used to not talk about this when I first started because I hated talking about this. But I think it's so important to realize that it's you can make mistakes and bounce back. Would I have liked to come into my 30s having more saved up? Absolutely, dude. But I mean, c'est la vie, I guess. Thank you, by the way, Plastic. Appreciate the bits, dude. Good afternoon. How are you, my friend? I appreciate the transparency about spending. I recently realized I was kind of doing something similar, but just sinking money into keyboards as a form of retail therapy. Literally exactly what I was doing, dude. I had a wake-up call that it's not healthy and not the solution. Yeah, and I know we don't talk about it as much. I think it's because maybe we've just made it the norm. But it's why I used to have like all these like rules in chat. Not for you guys. Well, for you guys. Mainly for me. I'll be selfish here and say that. Because I had rules like 3 times, which I think is still a command. Like, we had discussions about healthy spending a lot. So it was kind of just me reiterating things I wanted to kind of like make happen in my own life. So I honestly feel better when I have less keyboards. Having too many keyboards genuinely stresses me out. Well, I think being surrounded and cluttered stresses anyone out, truthfully. Some people might actually find comfort in clutter. I don't really find comfort in clutter, and like, I'll be honest with you guys, this place is pretty cluttered right now just with work stuff. Luckily, it's just a work area, so it's really important to talk about it because it's become the norm for so many people and it's causing problems. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. If you guys are in that position yourselves, and I think this is maybe a good spot to bring this up, if you guys are in that position right now and you're like, I don't know how to escape overspending, set yourself a rule. I had 2 rules for myself. One of them was I started playing this little game, which was I am not gonna spend money when I hit certain brackets. And I made them really simple to hit. So it was like every $500 or $350, I would create that as like a milestone. And I would say, I can't spend, if I hit every $500 I save, I can't spend. You know, like that's it. That's locked in now. Whether it's in your checkings or savings doesn't matter. That's what I used to do. I still technically do that actually, because I created that such like a deep rooted need to do that. I still do that to this day. I think I set it to about every $500. I don't spend any money past that. So if you get like $3,500 in your bank account, can't go lower than that. And you know, sometimes you have to if you make big purchases that are like life-altering things that are necessary, and you shouldn't feel guilty about that. But I'm talking about more stupid purchases and learning to distinguish stupid purchases with, hey, you know what? This will actually help my life in a lot of ways. Not just like I'm bored and I need to spend money to make myself feel better. And the other rule I thought of was called the 3 times rule. And with the 3 times rule, it's just telling myself, if I have $800 in my bank account and the thing I want costs $700, I need to at least have 3 times that amount of money, so $2,100 in my bank account before I can spend that money. So that also helps you set goals and keep things a little bit more like manageable for yourself. But I don't know. Just my way of doing things anyways. So I think the client wanted 6.25U for this. Let me see. Standard. Okay, so we're going to do basically a standard build for this. So 6.25U, which is this guy, and then these 3. There's only 1 flex cut on this. I don't know. I'm going to ask the client right now. I don't know. They didn't say anything about foam, but let me message them about foam. Hi in the chat. Hello, Punch. I don't think the Vega needs any. I think it's cool. Can do all foam. Oh, Punch, are you the client? You want all the foam? I think personally, Punch, I think we do just this foam. And then, well, I think we adjust afterwards, but I think if we just do the mid-plate foam and then leave no foam on the bottom, I think this will sound quite lovely. So I say let's go that route. Howdy, any plans to do a Ramen A60? No, I want to, but... Off topic, I'm thinking about getting some MX2As for my birthday next month Yeah, for the Neo. I think that's a great idea. I need to go pick up the package. Yeah, I was supposed to go today, guys, but it was thunderstorming like crazy. And I don't drive. Well, I'm learning to drive, but I also don't have a car. Mainly because I live in the city. So it's wasn't really ideal today, but it was the same in Quebec, dude. It was fucking crazy today. It was also crazy last night. It was wild. I did run out for one small errand today, which was literally walking within my own neighborhood. Bro, it felt like I was swimming through the air. That's how humid it was outside today too. I was drenched in sweat when I came back. I think that's also why I was just rushing to get myself ready. But it was nasty outside today. So I didn't go outside for anything today other than one errand. Nasty outside. It was nice in Newfoundland today. Was it? I'm jelly. Yo, I'm 13. What's a good way to make money in Canada? Bro, jobs are fucking tough in Canada right now. I don't have a good answer for you, bro. Honestly, I wish I did haptic. I don't got a good one. Unfortunately, no good ideas. Shovel snow? You could do stuff like that. You could do like make your own kind of business, but that's a big responsibility, my friend. All right, let's lube some stuff. These are Geon brush today. What are some fun keyboard-related things I can do with my university's makerspace? I mean, you have a soldering iron. You could learn to solder, which is, I think, a really useful skill for not just keyboards. You could try to make your own case out of wood for a PCB and plate you already have. That could be really fun. One stab. 3D print plate forks. Dude, that's a really fun idea too. 3D print some stuff. Hell, I'm sure you can 3D print a keyboard. Okay, my one criticism of the Geon brush, by the way, because I've been using this one here now, is I wish it was a little longer like the Kinetic Labs ones. Or the, not Kinetic Labs ones, the Kinetic Lab ones are good too. The switch key ones that I bought. I almost prefer using the switch key one. You could probably find some grocery store or random service work. Grocery store work in Canada is really tough. Like, dude, honestly, any job right now in Canada is really tough to find. I know friends and people that are struggling to find even like retail jobs at the moment. But there's probably seasonal stuff going to pop up. That might be something you could look up for. I'm building a Navi for my partner. I know it's not the best sounding board, especially with the flex cuts, but I was wondering if you had any switch suggestions. I would go with a long pull switch. I think a long pull plus a little bit of foam would go a long way in the Navi. In particular, Obscuras, cream sodas, honestly blue cheese switches might be really fun in that. Something a bit deeper and not high pitch. Also, guys, can I go off topic for a second? Or how are jobs hard to find? Here in the Netherlands, we have a shortage. KB, there's a lot of nuances to this answer, but essentially, I don't feel like getting into it all, but there's just so many people hungry for work right now. And it's not a good thing. Like, the unemployment rate's pretty high right now in Toronto, I think. Which is the best switch on the Mode Sonnet for a lightish tone, but not clacky? Probably blue cheese. Blue cheese might be a really great, because they're not really clacky, they're more deep. And Obscuras are actually pretty nice too. In Quebec, I could gather cans and bottles, then bring them back to a store and they could pay me. That could be one way. A bit of a hard work doing that. I had someone apply, but instead of attaching the resume, they attached some random PDF instead. Well, okay. I'll talk about this one thing because I feel like it's it's not controversial to say this. There's a lot of people applying with AI shit. And with the advent of like Indeed and everything, for example, I have friends who own businesses here in Toronto. They were hiring for a position and got flooded with AI emails. And I think there's also a bit of a stress having to go through a bunch of AI resumes and, you know, posting a job, and then you have like a million people on Indeed going through. Like, there's a bit of a stress even for a business owner, because like sometimes you just don't want to go through those things. So we have a shortage everywhere. It's what I've heard, mostly plumbers and crafty ones. I mean, dude, realistically, yeah, if you guys want to get into a good job, that's always something in high demand. Always go into trades. People want the work from home jobs, you know? My first job was detailing cars under the table. I got paid cash, but the only reason I got the job was because my dad's friend. Yeah, it's who you know too, and that's why networking is so important. It's something I never understood growing up. I'm like, oh, networking? That's lame. So important. But yes, trades are super good, guys. If you guys need a suggestion and maybe looking for work yourselves, trades. Nothing wrong with it, man. They make good money. They make hella good money. Just be responsible and be adamant about your work, you know? Be with it. I got my job offices through networking. A lot of people want jobs in the office. So there's a lot of people who or they want some quick and easy type of job, but the trades require some work, right? So connection is really important moving up. Dude, if there's one piece of advice I can give anyone, now that I'm in my like almost mid-30s, dude, connecting with people. And it doesn't mean be fake with people. Just connecting and learning how to connect and be social. Such an important skill, bro. Such an important skill. I feel like that doesn't really exist as much, because again, I have friends of all ages, and I have friends who are a little younger than I am, and I have friends who are a lot younger than I am. And I will say, the friends a lot younger than I am, they don't want to do the social aspect of working. Like, they want to do the go in 9 to 5, go home. That doesn't work in the long run, unfortunately. And fortunately, I think there should be personally anyways, I always think there should be some sort of networking that is attached to your job. I know people might argue with me on this. This is just my opinion on this. But I do think learning how to cooperate with your team is such an important role and skill. You might not agree with me, but I truly think it is. It's so important for a variety of reasons. We're in your work field. And you know what, that could translate to other skills outside of that for sure. And yes, we could go into nuances saying depending on the job, but it's so important. Just the system setup is so focused on bullshitting and overselling yourself. For sure. I do think the system is flawed. But I still think that if you know how to just be sociable and pleasant, that's plenty. Truly, I'm telling you guys this with the bottom of my heart. You don't need to go overboard. Just be pleasant. And then some people have autism, known for lack of social skills. So what those do what? I mean, if you happen to have something where that prohibits your social skills, then I feel like that's not part of like what I'm trying to say. But if you have that, like, I mean, dude, you have that, you're gonna find something that suits you and works for you. And there's jobs that like you don't need to be social. But for, I would say, the person that can be social, which is more in line of like, I hate saying the average, but like, you know, the average person, I do think that if you have the ability to be social, be social. If not, then don't worry about it. Like, if you can't, if there's something physically prohibiting you, don't worry about it. Don't stress. Being socially awkward and being an introvert, I made myself to have more social connection. To be honest, Alex, I was hesitant to go into New York. But I was also excited.
Vega,
Such an amazing time.
Wow. I haven't seen one of these in a hot minute. Wow. Bocky want going. Wow.
Actually, that was less wows than I thought. I thought that was going to take longer for some reason. Thank you so much, Concrete. But yes, in the long run, though, my suggestion for anyone is just learn to embrace some of the social aspects of life. I think it's super important, guys. And if there's another thing, I'm kind of preaching to the choir because we're all in this hobby together. Learning to be a little social, learning to love your hobbies and have a hobby, I think is so important for getting older as well. So important. All of this, also, I want to say, surround yourself with good people. Surrounding yourself with shit people is not going to make any of these tasks good and fun. So you have to obviously surround yourself with good people too. Which, believe it or not, that's still work. Finding those people, some people might get lucky. Sometimes it's not as easy, Sometimes you have to work for it. And sometimes you'll go through shitty people to find the good people. So it's not just like a one and done type thing. You can't just be like, I got a friend now. That's it. This is my one thing for life. So let's get wires here and some more lube. KB, what's your opinion on the Constance TKL? I know, sorry for the fifth time, but by the way, I know it was a while ago. I liked the Constance. I think the feet, if memory serves, were a bit of a nuisance for me, if memory serves. For some reason, I'm remembering the feet weren't super great. But I liked it overall. It was a cool looking board. Chief, I'm sorry I didn't do the wow for you. I think you have to break it up with some other words, bro. I think you have to break it up with other words for it to operate. It was the Geon feet, but they made it triangular. Okay, so they did change it then. Candy Roo? Oh my god, we got a legend in chat right now, dude. Candy, what's up, dude? Candy, you been playing Borderlands at all? Or just Apex still? I don't know what games you're playing these days, bro. Are you into keyboards still? I feel like everyone left keyboards. All the old content creators have moved on. Borderlands 4 is so epic. I had a really, really big blunder in my Borderlands campaign yesterday. And I'm not going to lie, I nearly rage quit. I'll tell you guys, but it's also a spoiler, but I think it's a spoiler that it's worth hearing. So you guys don't blunder as well, because it actually kind of made me mad. I still love keyboards, but I've been appreciating my toxic corn. Candy, did you see? Did you see someone? Apparently, according to chat, someone was buying a toxic corn for like 20K. Did you see that? $35K. God damn! I'm about to go fucking grab mine. We told you this? I'm not gonna lie, man. I thought I can't remember the number. I just know it was a lot. But yeah, 35 sounds like what you guys told me. It was a lot of fucking money. I'm not selling mine, dude. $35,000. That's crazy. Yeah, USD or CAD. That's true. If it's CAD, that's like maybe a week's worth of rent at that point. It might be like $400. If it's 35,000 CAD, that's not really a whole lot of money. We've learned today that in euros, that would be less than half. We learned today. Thank you, Gigantic. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate you guys. So true. 35 CAD is 2 USD. That's mean. CAD sucks these days. Yeah, that's true. If it's CAD, then I'll keep the board. God damn, though. Dude, the collectors for these things are crazy, dude. Dude, I've seen one toxic corn out in the wild, and I cannot figure out how. In the wild? That's crazy, dude. Did someone sell it for 35K? That's craziness, if so. Canadian pesos? Oh, did I use the right spacebar for this? It was a 6U, right? I think there's actually more than 5. I think there's 6 technically. I don't actually... I probably shouldn't say this. I don't actually know if like there was extras made. I know there's one extra made, but I also don't know if that extra was like, if there was more than one extra. I have no clue. Because there had to be more than 5 made for the, what's it called, just in case something went wrong. It was a B stock and Elaine brings it around to show, then I have no clue. I have 0 clue, dude. You're doing split spacebar? It's double 3U? Does it even support split? Oh yeah, it does. Damn, dude. The old days when everything was split up. Look at this. Look at the Swiss cheese. Now you don't really see that anymore. Big shame. Toxic Calam? I wouldn't... I'm not going to say like I put it past that, but... Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Tiny still has hers unbuilt? I'm not gonna lie, man. I think mine is a scratch. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think mine probably has a little scratch in it or something. I'm not gonna lie. Dude. I'm not advocating anyone buy or sell a $35,000 keyboard. Like, okay, I would assume that's probably like the hardcore collectors, right? Hardcore collectors. But like, also... I feel like every time I say this, I feel like I'm just taking a giant doo-doo over people's, like, you know, joy of things. And I don't mean to do that, but I guess my question is like... You know what? I know the answer. It's because Candy is so fucking handsome. That's probably why they just want the board that Candy was associated with. He's handsome AF. They're like, fuck it, dude. I'd pay extra for that guy. That has to be the answer. There's no other real good answer. I think so. Bro, I don't think most people know I'm related to it. I've literally said it a million times. I think folks thinks it's just a super rare corn variant. Did you guys know Candy was the one that made that whole... I'll just say it on stream. Do you guys know Candy was the one that made that whole thing happen with the toxic corn? Well, to be fair, I'm planning to eventually buy a $100,000 piano. Oh, dude. Candy, I'm not going to lie to you, man. It's buried underneath a bunch of stuff right now. Insty knows what my closet looks like, and honestly, I don't feel like moving it around right now. Dude. Insty has seen it. I think he's literally the only person here who has seen what my closet looks like. I don't feel like it. I do not feel like moving shit around right now, dude. That's why Insty's always making fun of me. Also, thank you again, Chief. I appreciate the bits, bro. Probably stack like 12 high. Probably. It's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking bad, dude. But I brought the toxic corn to... Oh no, I didn't bring the toxic corn to one of the meetups. I was too scared. I think I was gonna bring it to the first Toronto meetup. Wait, did I? I actually don't... I brought it to one. Didn't I? Yeah, okay, I did bring it to one, Elquan, right? You did, right? Okay, I was gonna say, I don't remember if I did now. I think it was the first Toronto meetup I brought it to. And then... I think did I bring it to one more after that? I might have brought it to one more after that. It was the one that me and Gio went to. Yeah, and I think that's the second one I brought it to. I think I did bring it to two, actually. Because I remember bringing it to a small one. This small meetup was where mine got a little... Unfortunately, a little like nick in it, but it's fine. Interesting. I don't think I'd ever bring it to another meetup, though. Unless I plan to, like, hover parent the board. So... Low-key, I wouldn't bring it anymore. No. I'll be honest, sometimes I don't even like talking about it on stream. Like, I don't have anything worth that much money. Like, nothing I own. And I'll tell you guys the truth. I think I bought it for I don't remember how much the group buy was, but it was like $1,000 or something. Like, it was expensive, but like, I think even just bringing it up sometimes on stream that I have it and it's with me makes me kind of like feel weird. Does that make sense? Mine is dinged up too and has one strip screw. Did that happen towards the beginning, Candy? I feel like that did happen towards the beginning. I feel like it happened like pretty early on, right? The strip screw. Which keep are we talking about? The toxic unicorn. Which way does this go now? Yeah, it was like pretty early on, right? Fuck, does this go like this? Huh? Oh yeah, this goes like this. I was taking it apart and reassembling it too much that one of my smaller screws got stripped. Yeah, that'll happen with reassembly. I want to rebuild mine, actually. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that for Christmas or something. We'll rebuild it, and then we definitely need to rebuild my green one, too. The green one, that was the biggest mistake. I don't know why I did that with the green one. The green one sounds like shit now. The green one, more important to rebuild. I'm rocking OP Blacks and FR4. Did you try an aluminum plate with yours? This. The green one's... The green one, Candy, I think the green one's up top somewhere. That's probably also buried. I pulled it out recently to show people. Oh, actually, it's right here. Hold on, it's right here. You'll see this stupid thing I did with the green one. Do you see my plate? Do you see my plate? There's no plate. I did it plateless with the O-ring slipped off already. What did you do? I used something called platelets. So basically, I don't even have this plugged in, thank God. Basically, it's like small little plates. Hold on. It's a cool concept. I don't think it works really well for this, but I thought it would be cool on it, but it really wasn't. Essentially, it's just some of these little mini plates around certain switches. And I thought it would sound really good, but it ended up being a huge mistake. Mainly because the O-ring doesn't sit very well. So, yeah, it sounds like ass. Classic Alex treating his corn like Bakaneko. Okay, can I be real with you guys? Even the boards that I have that are worth some money, I don't give a shit. They're meant to be used and meant to have, I'm meant to have fun with them. So, for me, ooh, I should try PCB Snap. But yeah, for me, just use them, you know? Damn, what did that person do to get a ban? I don't know. Again, I'm in the camp of just have fun with your stuff. Just have fun with your stuff. Don't worry about it. If it gets damaged, it gets damaged. What are you supposed to do? Obviously, we all live by different rules in our lives, though. Good evening. How you doing, Moon? No, I should, though. I have them here. I actually should. I should try that, but that would require me desoldering some stuff.
Hope you're doing great, Alex.
I'm doing okay today. I cut the inside of my finger, and it's been bugging the shit out of me, so... Hydrate? Hell yeah, I'll hydrate. I dinged my salvation just below my spacebar. I stopped caring about how I treat my keyboards after my terrible incident with my U80 the first hour that I had it. And then I stopped giving a shit about my personal stuff. As Insty can probably tell. Insty's the only person here. I think Tim has maybe seen it too. Super burnt out on Apex. I haven't played in a couple of months. Last upload was a month ago. I get it, man. Sometimes I feel burnt out on everything, bro. I've been trying to build a second channel focusing on survival games. Dude, survival games are hella fun. What have you been liking? It's blue with a white and gold looking unicorn. It's unicorn that has like gas coming from it. Honestly, listen, I'm not trying to shit on the toxic corn because, like, you know, it's cool that it's worth that much. It's super sick. I also, like, don't get it. But I'm also probably not the target audience for this. Oh, shit, this needs shims. Survival Games trying to make it a second channel. Wait, what games have you been playing? Like, what survival games? Sorry, I should ask specifically which games. I'm only playing Borderlands right now, and I've been playing Expedition 33 when I have some time. That's really it for myself. Does it come with shims? Or I have to use my own here? I think I have some extra shims. You know what? We'll use my own shims here. I forgot this is a 1.2 mil PCB. I've covered a few, got a few about Rust, Subnautica video about a smaller Subnautica space knockoff. Subnautica is fun. Rust is an interesting one. Rust is one of those games, truly, where you have to be you have to really want to play it, man. Rust these days is so fucking irritating. I think it's just a community shift type thing. You do have to be zen. Rust is great until you run into other people. Yeah. Rust is toxic? It kind of is, low-key. Rust is literally a job. Yeah, like whenever I play Rust seriously, like when I was into it at the time, I even tried coming back to it kind of recent. But I'm unsure your guys' experience, but dude, I feel like this like the need to stay up and watch my base, and then it eats up my life. Oh, this key cap belongs here. It eats up my life after that, and then I feel like shit. So dominate a Rust server. Haptic, can you not spam, please, my YouTube chat? That's very childish of you, man. Build 37 doors in a row. Y'all play Rust? I code in Rust. Oh no, we're doing 6.25. Alex, thoughts on buying timeless keep colors versus unique? Again, one of those things where it's it's really just up to how you're feeling. I feel like there's no wrong answer, but I think if you, I don't know, I have this like need to say, if you do want your board to kind of like stand the test of time, because you will, inevitably, most people, their tastes change, and maybe you'll develop a love for a different color desk, and you'll be like, oh, now my keyboard doesn't match my desk. I think it's important and maybe smart to go with something a little bit more timeless. That way there, your desk is the only thing that needs to be changed instead of your keyboard, which matched your entire setup. But everyone's a little different. Also, what did Candy say there? I forgot if you sell boards or not, but if you have some extras, I may be in the market for one for my sister. Honestly, Candy, just message me. If you're not looking for anything serious, I have like a bunch of, like if you're looking for a serious board, yeah, just message me. But if you're looking for just something like whatever, I might have tons of those, dude. Just send me a message. We'll figure something out. That's why you get polycarb, Alex. So it matches everything by not matching anything. It's neutral. Neutral is super good. Give your sister the toxic corn. I still can't. I still cannot fathom that it's worth that much money. Thing is, though, was that someone trolling? I wonder. You know what? I don't even want to get into it. Honestly, it's gonna make me. It's gonna tempt me. Oh What am I doing? I put the things on. I gotta screw these things in. You were supposed to get her something for graduating med school? But her wedding is coming up? Oh, so maybe something fun. Dude, I don't know your budget at all, but you could work with Mode on something. Mode does, I don't know if they still do that service where they laser engrave. That could be really cool. Speaking out loud. Oh. We did that for a friend. We did a laser engraving on the back of a Sonnet. I think I streamed it too. Good question. Yeah, it could be neat. I've gotten a laser engraved Sonnet as well. Yeah, you do, right? Get her a Rukia round 2. Can we get a ban on this Anik guy? Question actually for you guys. Actually, hold on. We'll talk about it here in a second. Alex, does the Vega always require those dampening stickers? It is a 1.2 mil PCB. So, dude, I'm doing this board so slow. I'm so sorry, by the way, guys. I'm just having fun talking to you guys, and I didn't even realize we're already an hour and 40 minutes into stream, and I've literally done one stabilizer. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. Let me focus up. Let me focus up. One ban per stream? Almost. My bad. My bad, guys. It's on me. Hashtag long stream? More time? Dude. Sometimes it do be like that, right? Doing my best lulz interpretation. Bull would have been on his 3rd keyboard. He would have been design. He would have finished like 4 keyboard designs by now. It's honestly so true. Okay, what I was gonna ask you guys, me and I'll say we as in me and Adam, crazy, that we are figuring out the whole server thing for Minecraft for us. Question for everyone that said they were interested in the poll. Essentially, like we mentioned, we're going to do Cobblemon. Or some sort of Cobblemon verse thing. We're trying to figure out exactly how many players are going to be in there. So if you guys were interested, the poll is up for another few hours, I think, or another whatever hours. If you guys are genuinely interested in playing on it, can you just yes or no the poll in Discord? I usually never ask you guys to do things like this, but I just genuinely want to get like a player count. I think it'd be kind of fun. Like, I've been wanting to play Cobblemon. I think that'd be really cool. I can't guarantee it's gonna be streaming for it. It's just something for funsies. So yeah, I expect the player count to go down a little bit, but just so we can get like an initial how many players. Me and Adam are thinking maybe about 60 to 80 slots. Zerp, honestly, bro, yeah, I have that itch right now. It's not even 2 months long for me, bro. It's usually like 15 business days, and then I get bored of the game, so. What's Cobblemon? It's like Pokemon, but in Minecraft. Make it like a Rust server. 1K population. That's craziness. Gotta get to work. Buy candy. Send me a message. We'll chat later, buddy. 15 business days? So true. Also, Zerp's here. Zerp. I will tell you, congratulations on the fun Miku set. Hatsune Miku. I still think I might be streaming it the 25th. So if you guys are interested in seeing it from my channel, I think it still needs to be confirmed. I don't know. Honestly, I hope so. I already put it on the schedule, so it is what it is. You have to be dressed? No, I might go... The only thing fun and funny I might do is I might go grab my... I have a Hatsune Miku figure that I bought a long time ago. It's not the same as the one being shown off, but it's like a deep sea version of her. Because I used to be into her a little bit. But I might go get that for my parents' place. Maybe. You should totally bring her for background flair. I was thinking that. Or just keep her like right over here or something, you know? Holy gooning? It's not gooning, bro. It's not gooning. What the frick? What the frick, bruh? Unk is a gooner? I'm not. Why am I gooning? Because I liked Hatsune Miku. I like the music. Although, to be fair, though, I think I just liked the tunes of it. I don't quite remember everything about it. I had a few anime figures. Once a blue moon, I picked some up. I had some pretty nice ones. Alrighty, let's pop these in and start soldering away. I might mil-max the spacebar here. You know what? That sounds like a really good idea. What the frick, bud? No, I got asked to not swear as much, so I'm trying my absolute best, but it's really impossible for me. I don't have any of the anime figures here, I'll tell you right now. I have literally none. Don't forget to not solder around screw points. Wait, what? Not solder around screw points? Oh, yeah, that's this board here, huh? Honestly, I think realistically, I don't think that's a good... Okay, hear me out, and I'm going to leave this up to the client, though. I think we should solder around screw points and just trim the switches. My reasoning behind that is because if you need to take out the keyboard, it's easier, like, in case the client needs to take something apart, it's easier to clip the switches now than after. Just in case. So I think we might just solder it in now and clip the switches. This is like the older boards where you had to clip switches. And by clip switches, you just cut a little bit. It doesn't affect the switch at all. We could mil-max those too. I don't know if that'd be super ideal though in the long run. A very cute keyboard being made by an absolute cutie pie of a man. Thank you, Bellu. I appreciate you, man. That's very kind of you to say. Extremely, extremely kind. What the hell's on the back of my... Did I cut? Dude, I've been bad with hurting myself recently. All right. Early in the stream, you said it's okay I cuss a lot. Well, yeah, I cuss a lot. I've been asked a million times by like everyone I know to like chill out a little bit, but it's really tough, man. I don't know. I grew up swearing. Kind of tough, guys. Stop cutting myself. What do you mean? Let's not joke around about that. Can you cuss more? No. I can't. Been a while since I saw that Switch. Same. Same, dude. These streams are always like the most wholesome I need in my day. Keep it up. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate you, man. Foreign swear words? I don't know any of those, man. Those I don't know. Like, dude, I somehow, I think I know what happened here. This is the most painful one, though, right here. It's been really tough to move my finger all day. I think I know what I did there. I think I was moving something and it clipped my finger a little bit. But then also, I think I scraped my elbow doing something too. I feel like everyone... I tell everyone they're like sentence enhancers. I like to sprinkle them in. Yeah, I like to show like I'm really into something, you know? Like when I say, oh, hell yeah, like fuck yeah, dude. Like that's me like saying I'm really into it. If I say, cool, or like nice, like it doesn't feel as good, you know? Like imagine this. Imagine Insty says something really cool. Not out of the norm for Insty. He always says cool things. Very out of the norm for Tim Keelis. Imagine I just go, yeah. But imagine if I go, fuck yeah, dude. Like that's totally, it feels better. I bet Insty would feel better, right? He'd feel better if I sprinkled in a little fuck yeah, you know? He would, right? Hello, Tolbarone. How you doing? Insty's the coolest? Yeah. I'd be inclined to agree. I'll move a little quicker, guys. 1.25, 1.25. Cussing is part of my ordinary vocabulary. I don't care. I get it. This is a 65%, yes. It's an old school, well, I say old school, but it's not really that old. It's a Vega. My worst injury is breaking my left wrist. I now have a metal plate in my wrist. Mobility is out of the question. You can still, like, would you say that you can do most things now, though, Mozarts? When you lube triple stage springs, do you normally only lube the top and the bottom? Yeah. Dude, with any spring, no matter if it's quads, like double, doesn't matter, top and bottom only. I used to do everything. Dude, I cannot tell the difference. One day I just thought to myself, I'm like, let me really try. It does not feel or sound any different to me. Most good springs only need a little bit of oil on the top and bottom, or lube on the top and bottom. And you shouldn't, like, if you hear the spring crunching, I think it's a bad spring in my opinion. I also think you run the risk of too much oil and then it pools up on the bottom. The way, my ideology on like how to lube switches and how to mod things like that is just the simplest way possible is usually the best way. My left wrist is not flexible now. Mainly use my right hand now. Even after 4 years, is still painful. That sucks, dude. Do you think it would get better with more time, or? Cussing is integrated into my DNA at this point. Same, man. That just saved me hours of time. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I just truly like I won't lie. I do not do it. I do not do it at all. Are you using a solder PCB? I am using a solder PCB today. So once I'm done putting in these switches, I'm going to solder it all. Some of the older generation hate when people swear. Dude, yeah, I have definitely had that happen where I've been told, hey, not good. Also working on my board with banana splits right now. Hell yeah, dude. Little banana split kind of day. I don't think they're super loud switches. Like, they're going to be definitely a little bit more tame sound-wise, I'd say. Whom banana are we splitting? Actually, truth be told, I don't think I've ever had a banana split. Like, I don't think I ever have. Am I missing out, chat? Am I missing out, guys? Not sure if you get this a lot, but thank you for streaming and making this a welcoming place to cuss and discuss life. I'm going through some stuff, and it's nice to have real-life distractions. Man, we're all friends. At least I consider, like, everyone here to be buddies. Like, I don't know. It's just nice to have everyone chilling. And it for mod. Damn. Oh, man. Still haven't forgotten the last stream when you said the inflammatory comments about how solder is better than hot swap and then raid it and left, like throwing your grenade in the room and leaving. Oh, man. Dude, I feel like I can't win with that conversation. There's no winning. Either I say it and then I'm just lying to myself. Yeah, Alex, you tell him. I think to really set the line here and really, like, you know, well, let me set the tone here, okay? Personally, personal preference, I think after using a lot of keyboards over the last 5-6 years, thousands of keyboards even, I think there is a small difference. It's definitely there. It's not always present in every keyboard, but sometimes there is a small difference. Sometimes it's a big difference when you use solder. Again, I used the Manta recently. Been building a lot with that. It's my own board, you know, with Bull. I've used solder and hot swap. I can confidently say it's a little different. it's a little difficult to distinguish, but I can definitely tell solder sounds a little different. So, is it good or bad? Your interpretation. I think it sounds a little bit better solder. I could not tell you what it is. Maybe it's the hot swap sockets deflecting sound differently. Maybe it's, like the sound of the hot swap socket creates like a block for the switch. Who knows? But yes, I personally think solder can sound a bit cleaner overall. There's a variety of reasons. And then there's sometimes where you don't hear nothing at all. So, no, I think realistically, it's not even the tight tolerances causing sound differences. I just think it's just hot swap in general has a slight tendency to, I don't want to say sound a little different, but it has a slight tendency to sometimes muddy up some sound signatures. That's it. Okay, I'm not going to put this in yet since we're doing a Milmax socket there. Make sure everything's pushed in nicely. No, there's no skill issues. You guys can do whatever you want. Be happy. No stressing. Do whatever. Enjoy your hobby the way you want to enjoy your hobby. That is all. This is a hobby about having fun. Well, at least I consider it a hobby about having fun. Actually, you guys want to hear about another board I cannot find right now? I was trying to find the Event Horizon today so I can put those blue keycaps on. I literally don't know where I put it. I thought it was in the back of that particular shelving unit. I have literally no fucking clue. I'm going to try finding it tonight. Because I would like to, put some keycaps and use that thing again, but it's with me, sorry. I wouldn't be surprised if I've lost like one or two things over the years. I accidentally shipped a GMK set to a client one time by accident, one of my personal sets. It was a big whoopsie. I forgot I left it on. It was my set. So I gave it to them. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. My own fault. I don't even feel like spending money on shipping back because it was like expensive shipping back. I was like, dude, I'll just, at this point here, like, it's yours. Just keep it. Just casually misplacing an Event Horizon is crazy work. I just don't know where I put it. You guys will get to my age one time. You guys will get to my age and realize sometimes you forget things, okay? You guys will get there. Trust me. All right? Literally, sometimes I clean up. You guys see me do it, like, literally on a daily basis. I will clean up my desk and then not remember where I put something. Literally, it's on my desk. That I see every single day. You guys will get there. You guys will get there. Trust me. You are... Okay, no, I'm not going to read that aloud. Because that's blasphemy. Let's get this. You may find it by the time the GB unit is delivered. Damn. Goddamn, brother. That's crazy. That's crazy work. It's actually a really good quality PCB. When the solder flows really nicely, good quality contact pads and parts and stuff, is always a beauty to have on a PCB, man. Really helps it get like really good, like little pyramids out of stuff here. Check this out. See that? I love when we have good PCBs. You forgot the solder. This Andy guy, bro. This freaking guy. We're rearranging rooms to prepare for the new baby, and I can't believe what I'm finding all this shit. Dude, that's why originally when I moved and I couldn't find a few of the keyboards, because it wasn't just the unicorn, I couldn't find a few keyboards. It's just like, it's weird where you put things. Because, okay, you know where the... Can I bend the pin? I did. You know where I ended up putting the keyboard case for the unicorn? I put it in my gaming room next to my backpacks. That's where I ended up putting that particular one. So for some reason, it was just in a different room entirely that I would never, ever in a million years check. So it does happen. Like, what are you gonna do? Sometimes we're all a little forgetful. Your universe is here? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Go figure, I put away all my equipment and I need it back here. Have you ever left your phone on your arm's chair rest and figured out what's there? I don't really use my chair, but you know, okay, I haven't done that particular thing, but I do. Okay, this is a really embarrassing one. Sometimes, when I go to the washroom, I bring my phone. As we all do, for reading material, right? We all do it for reading material, I'm pretty positive. Sometimes, I put the phone down on the counter next to me. You know, when you're just cleaning up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And, sometimes I just walk out of the washroom, and then I literally forget my phone was there. And, yeah, and then literally the whole day I just don't have it. Mind you, I am not really one to use my phone. So it's really easy for me to put it down and just never touch it the entire day. So sometimes I've done that, and I'm just like, bro, where is this thing? And then, you know, it's in the washroom. Wolf takes his phone and washes his hands. Oh no, I wash my hands every time. I am a serial hand washer. I've told you that. I have told you that. Leaving my phone somewhere is the most peaceful thing ever. Dude, honestly, I don't even care when I leave my phone places. Dude, this pin bent again. This stupid ass pin. I misplace my AirPods a lot, though. Thank God they have a Find Me feature. But that's the one thing I do kind of put somewhere and always forget where I put it. And I use them all the time to listen to music. Like today when I went for a quick walk, I just wanted to listen to some music. And I left my AirPods in my like little satchel thing. And I forgot that I put them there, and I couldn't remember where I had them, so I just used the Find Me feature on my phone. It's quite handy, actually. Vega plus banana split. What year is this? I know, bro. My brother used to take a whole damn novel to the bathroom. I always thought that was odd. Okay, I think, honestly, some people find the art of using the washroom. It's not to shit or pee or anything like that. Let me be real. I think it's... every time I try and cheer, it says some words in the comments are blocked. Then you're probably saying blocked things. I would think so. But yeah, sometimes people just like going to the washroom because it provides some solitude. You know what I mean? Provides some solitude. Dude, I know. It does provide some, like, escape from the world, you know? Have you seen the, Elro Industries mini phone? I have not seen that. Not seen it at all. Toblerone. Let me keep it a buck, dude. It says you're a likely ban evader. So that's what it says right next to your name. So it probably doesn't let you do things because you've made an alt and been banned or something. So I don't know. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you, dude. That's what it says. And that's why it doesn't show you in the chat. I think it's just me who can see you. So replacing my phone's phone, big... What happened? Sorry, big cousin. Is that replay? I'm haptic on YouTube? Ah, I see. Most likely because you were being a nuisance. Haptic, I'm going to tell you this with the most amount of love possible. It's not good to spam things, and I think you've done that many times. My bad. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Learning opportunity. I don't know how to get rid of the ban evader thing. Replacing my phone screen for the 4th time as we speak. God damn, did it break? Is Apple just, or whoever's just not fixing that thing right? Easy to not be weird. Just take some self-reflecting. I agree with that. Sometimes you just gotta be like, man, am I the problem? Am I being a little strange right now? It's good to be yourself. But sometimes you do need to reflect and be like, man, am I just too comfortable with everyone in the room right now that I'm being a nuisance? Very first time it didn't actually shatter, but recently I've grown a habit of not caring if my hands are wet, and apparently my phone doesn't like that. Yeah. Know that feeling. You know what? I feel like a few of these pins decided to not be friendly today. How do you create such an aesthetic workplace? I'm always at awe of your setup. I mean, even the soldering iron is a cute little sticker. I think tools, like my soldering iron and stuff, these just get patinaed from age, like damage, like this has a bunch of scratches on it. Even like my cameras have all started to have scratches and stuff too. So I think things naturally patina, like tools naturally patina if you use them enough. They just get wear and tear. I shouldn't say patina, they get wear and tear. But I think for like an aesthetic workplace, like maybe this is not super aesthetic here right now, but we're kind of just showing those off. But like just getting something you're comfortable with. I think playing with things like how lighting works in your room should be the first. The first thing you worry about is lighting. Lighting is super, super important. And I think if I were to show you guys how my room looks with different lighting, it's not as aesthetic. They get well loved. Agreed. Oh, we're going to go into hyperspeed mode here. Alex has been aura farming for years. No, I got nothing to aura farm. And no reason to aura farm. But I think like other things that can help a workplace be more aesthetic, like, I don't know, I personally think having texture in your workplace is really important too. Actually, my camera looks a little crooked right now. What the fuck?
Sorry for spamming.
You're all good, man. I appreciate the apology. No stress. Actually, yeah, my camera is a little crooked. What the fuck? I didn't even notice that. It should be more like this. Alright, I'll fix that later. I was playing around with it earlier. I played around with it when I installed this, so I guess I just never put it straight. The angle is bent, you say? Hey now. Yeah, I think that's like a good way to go about it. Like, I don't think, I'm gonna be real with you guys, I don't think my room is all that aesthetic. It's mainly a work room. Aesthetics have kind of, as much as I want it to be aesthetic with things that I want, it just doesn't function. And maybe that is its own aesthetic, is having like function over form. So maybe that is its own type of thing, and I think that's kind of what I follow. Function over form for pretty much everything that I use, because I don't live in a big space. I do not live in a big space at all. Maybe one day, but big spaces cost a lot of money here in even the greater Toronto area, so. Thank you, Toblerone. I appreciate you, man. Only aesthetics that matter in this world are physic aesthetics. Sometimes. I finally get a set of WOB. Most aesthetic. Dude, it's so aesthetic, dude. It's so pleasing to the eyes, a good set of WOB. You cannot mess with it. Physique. Sorry. Physique. At least your mustache is aesthetic. Dude, my whole beard is something else right now, man. I look so different when I shave. I don't really like this look on me. It makes me look kind of disheveled, I'd say. Not a huge fan of when I have my beard this long. Oh yeah. Hold on, there's like 3 in a row that are also okay. Let me fix all these. It's at a point where you should just keep growing it out. No. I meant to shave today, but I got a lot of stuff that popped up that I needed to do. And then also, I'm going to be real with you guys, this morning, the Hatsune Miku stuff came out. I was stressed about that, getting all the work done and getting everything prepped because we needed to do over the weekend changes for some content for that. And then it was just kind of like one of those mornings. Am I a cat or a dog person? I think I'm a cat person. But I think I'm fine with either or, personally. Like, I don't think I'd be, like, upset if I had a cat or a dog. But and having an animal, not even owning so much, like, living with an animal is a responsibility that I don't know if I'm quite ready for at this point here. Like, if I'm going to take on that responsibility, quite frankly, I'd rather have a kid. Everyone's different, though. Like, for me, an animal is amazing. I know a lot of like friends who have animals, and I think their animals and their pets are absolutely amazing, but it's a responsibility. I don't know if I'm the right fit sometimes to be a pet person. Having a dog is free game as a single man to get an in with other single. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a conversation starter for sure. Alright. Pretty much done soldering this, guys. Sorry this took so long today. Bro, I have children, and an animal is more responsibility, very limited ability to leave an animal alone versus having people watch your kids. Burn, trust me, I don't have either at the moment, but I know what you mean. Like, I definitely think there's a bit more of a... Like, you definitely kind of have to baby the animal more than you have to baby the human being. You know what I mean? To a certain degree. Cats at least know how to poop from day one. Do they actually? Don't you have to... Actually, I don't really know much about raising a cat, per se. Alright. Last bent pin here, because why not? Hi, chat. Hi. Dude, how you doing, Fall? Hello. Which key keycaps were we looking at today? We looked at the new ones, the wild ice ones. They're really cool. Definitely have some fitment issues. All right. Cool. Now, let me go wash my hands. And we shall get this started. You forgot to wash your hands. Bruh. This freaking Anit guy. Alrighty. So, next up, putting this in the case, which we might, I know needs gaskets and stuff, but I might need to trim some of these switches, which I think are just going to be the bottom two, realistically. Or not even the bottom two. Yeah, just these two. Again, just for the sake of the client here, I think this is going to be way easier doing it this way than the other way. Alright, now, where were the gaskets? I didn't see them. Oh, found them. Wait, are those it? No, those are stab pads. Oh, those are shit stab pads. Oh, found them. Here they are. So, now, we have this beautiful, beautiful, it's right here in it, million gaskets we need to put on. Because this did require a lot. And then also, this goes on the bottom of the PCB. We cannot forget that. I absolutely hate PCBs like this, by the way. PCBs that require this are poopy. I think it's a stinky design, but whatever. It's to ground the PCB. Are you avoiding Pokemon Go these days? I just haven't got on. Honestly, I want to get on, but I haven't got on. Preventing shorting, yeah. They ground the keyboard, basically, and that's realistically all they do. And it's kind of a shit way to go about things. Canon Keys, this wasn't run by Canon Keys, I don't think, or it was, maybe, I don't remember. But they have like a tendency to like love doing that for some weird reason. Yeah, it just sits on the bottom of the board to ground it. I'm getting pooped out collecting the same exact mons. Yeah, I'm getting a little bored of it personally. Yeah, of course. Now, I don't really remember for this. I'm pretty positive this only needs gaskets on the bottom. I'm going to look it up after this, though, so give me a moment. Here is the bottom of that PCB. Clean that off. But I'm pretty sure we only put it on the bottom of this, and then there's some gaskets to go on the sides, too. From what I remember, we don't put stuff on the top, but I have to double check. All right. Love it when you can see the traces. Yeah, it's fun. For sure. Okay, you know what? Gaskets are not going to peel off. Got it. Got it. Let me do this actually. Looks like Alex forgot to tell Alex. Wait, looks like Alex forgot to tell Alex the subathon continues Friday, not today. Wait, what? I told people. Why? Did I do something? Long stream? Oh, I know. It's because, dude, I got caught up talking to people. Honestly, that happens with good conversation. That happens. Nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. This has been a good stream with good talks. I think so. I think we've been all very lively today. I hit like a wave of energy before stream. I think it's because I literally ate. Like, I ate and then went to go stream. Sometimes I let food digest for like half an hour before stream, and I think I get a little sleepy. But I think this kind of helped my energy levels a bit. I think this is usually the small gaskets there. This is an OG Vega, yeah. Also, how are you doing, Gawk? How are you doing? How's life? Ooh, old new stock somehow? Yeah, this was like brand new. I might actually remove this gasket spacebar. Or the spacebar gasket. The wrong way I said that. For some reason I don't want that there, but let me actually go also see... Vega keyboard build guide. Definitely do it. The one that the one to the left. Wait, the one to the left may want half a gasket too. Yeah, I might just remove this whole thing. I'm considering it literally right now while it's not super adhered. Just want to double check the gaskets. Did AO3 recommend putting gaskets on the top and bottom? I think so, right? Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to use this spacebar one. I'm going to put this on the top. Okay. Top and bottom need gaskets. Now I actually need my tweezers back. I keep putting those things away and then I need them right back. The fulfillment delays on this? Honestly, I never bought this board. For whatever reason, it never interested me back in the day. I think I was into different things, but I didn't know there was fulfillment issues. My Andromeda is also in the closet, somewhere buried. I should take that out again soon too. I actually really like the build with that one. That build has roses in it, I think. Incredible board, but the weight was nuts. Like I said, actually, I had no clue there was wait times for this. Kind of disappointing to hear. If you lightly foam this, if you like lightly foam sound, Vega's pretty top tier. I would say Vega and Mr. Suit were my foamy boards. Yeah, I remember it being kind of a foamy sound signature kind of board. Gasket tore a little bit there. I do not like that one there. We're gonna shift it. Okay, perfect. Now, might need a custom plate though to get rid of the spacebar tab. We may be okay. We might be okay, assuming the spacebar. I don't think it'll go down that much. We'll see. If anything, you know what we could do? We could just put a very small gasket underneath the spacebar so it doesn't go too crazy. Oh, for your brew build. Oh. Almost there, everybody. I got a 1.6 mil PCB for my Trailblazer for my Vega. Oh, from Trailblazer? Really? I didn't know they sold 1.6 mil PCBs for this. I'm guessing it wouldn't be that hard of a feat to install, I guess, or make. Alright, and then next up we need these guys, which, if memory serves, just go on 2 points. I don't think we need that many applied here. Although, you know what? Let's just check the build guide for this. Let me just make 100% sure. preparing the case. Yeah, it's just 2. Is Shockport a good vendor? I've had no problems with them. They've been pretty lovely towards my purchases. I don't use my username or anything when I purchase things. So... Alright, well, now we're done and we can put it all together. Let's see. I see. Thank you for your feedback. No problem, dude. The Vega, I haven't heard this board in such a long time. If they release this board with a new design, I don't think they're gonna re-release this board. I would think not. Let's see. Any last minute things I need to do for this? All right. Okay, these are just the temporary screws, so we don't really need those. So let's just put this together. No, phone is being a little weird. I think I might have to clip all the... Okay, you know what? Screw it, I'm just gonna clip them all. It's one of those old weird designs where they have the screw points the same thickness as the screws. I don't like this kind of design because I think it kind of limits what you can do with the board. So I do think clipping the switches are the best route to go here, by the way, guys, in case you guys were wondering. I think if you decide to go the route where you don't clip them, it just makes life a little difficult for this board. I'm gonna have to just install it this way here. There we go. And if anyone says missing spacebar, I'm gonna die of laughter, dude. It's gonna be in it. I already know it. See? I can tell. I can tell. Okay. Screw in this, and we are gonna be good, bruh. Throwback of throwback COVID builds. Was this considered a COVID build? Was it? Made him delete the message. No 2020. I remember this board. So I was really into the hobby in 2020, and I remember this board getting so much attention, but for some reason I just couldn't, the design just wasn't really my thing at the end of the day. Oh, so clipping the switches along the sides, you're just removing a small bit of the plastic so the top frame can fit through them. I've never really cared for when keyboards have such a thick piece where the screw gets screwed into, to the point where you need to either clip or install the switches later. I think it's kind of bad practice for design. A Vega for 150 is kind of nuts. Good deal. Very good deal. Alrighty. We are done the board today. Now we can move on to stage 2, putting on keycaps. May use this foam, but for now I'm just going to put this on the box. So, let's see. Let's see what I want to use today. Let's see. 8,008 today. 8,008. I feel like this is, when did 8,008 come out? This is a good set for this. Yeah, right? May put one piece of foam on the bottom for this. We'll see, though. No rush yet since we need to put all the keycaps on, but... I am liking the alphas so far. 2021? Yeah, okay. So, roughly-ish, same year-ish. See this, guys? Bit of a throwback. Throwback day. Unk Day? Okay. You know what there, buddy? You know what there? This guy. This guy. Always got something to say, huh? Down. Third time's the charm. What sound profile is the build aiming for? You know what? That's a good question, Tolbron. I don't know. I think we're kind of going for like a semi-foamy, clean-sounding build. The client didn't really give like direction for that. I think we're kind of just assembling the parts they chose. But I think if I had to pick something right now, my answer would be like kind of foamy, but also, you know, I think why a lot of people end up sending me their keyboards is they kind of sort of like the sound profile I can kind of make for them, I suppose, if that makes any sense. So maybe a little bit of that too. I'm not exactly sure, but I guess we'll just play it by ear. K-L-I-O-P-R arrow. I wouldn't say marbly with this, because like I don't think this is going to sound very marbly. G bolts. Dun, 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 dun. Sounds neutral. I don't know what my brain thought about. I think this is a bit more neutral than anything. I would say anyways. They can clack with only plate foam, something like Obscura's, but there's some resonance off the bottom. You know, definitely a little bit of resonance, but I think it's almost tasteful. I almost want to say, you know, what this build might benefit from is a slight mini force break. But I almost feel like it won't need it. Maybe, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to jump to conclusions quite yet. So we'll have to see. Bought your exact mouse. It's def, like you said, not fun to use for gaming, but for productivity, it's great. Oh yeah, Jenny, I am literally, like, I don't think I can game with this, because it's a little bit, it shoots out a little bit right. Like, I don't know, do you feel like what I mean? But for working, I don't think there's a better mouse for me. I'm glad you feel the same way, because that makes me feel not super crazy. But yeah, I feel like this has been like the absolute best, like, at my desk kind of mouse. For gaming though, nah, it has a bit of a oomph to the side, which I don't love. But super nice. Good call on the mini force break being a nice option. We could experiment with something like that. I don't know how well it will, but who knows? Maybe it will. An ergo shape. Yeah, it's like just enough ergo shape without being overwhelming. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I stand by that. I feel like it's the perfect shape for working. while having like all the specs of having like a good mouse and not just some like meh, you know, ergo mouse that's dedicated to only ergo. Bro, literally probably gonna be the last keycap. Yup. I'm too lazy to find the page up. We're just gonna do double page down. All right. So, an oldie but a goodie. Vega with 8008. Vega with a nice 8008 set. Time to see how this sounds. Ooh. I'm kind of excited actually. This might sound really fucking good. So, that space, yeah, it's sounding good already. I think it was the good move not putting the... I think no gasket under the spacebar is like legit such a good move for this. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Ooh. It's like a good mix of all the sounds. Rappa, it has a slight thinness to it, but I think it has more of a bass than a high end, and maybe that's kind of where maybe it's starting. It's yeah. I think Frank even it's like more mid focused with a lot more leaning towards the bass. There's definitely a little bit of resonance, which I think if you end up putting a piece of foam in, it can probably clean that up. But I don't know if we want to, because I think if we stuck too much foam in this, it's just going to sound overly foamy. The spacebar is really good on this, though. Oops. Yeah, like, I don't... Maybe we can experiment with the force break, but I also feel like if this didn't have the alumini sound, I wouldn't want to use it, because I feel like that kind of adds to the high end in a way. Yeah, I have no complaints. I think too much foam in this would make it sound dull. No complaints. Saw GMK Deku on Amazon for $130. Is it real? Sounds like a bait. Why is it for some builds removing foam makes the board sound less empty? Does it? Because it doesn't make any sense to me, but one of my boards does that. So, sorry. Why is it that some builds removing the foam makes the board sound less empty? It could just be the way things bounce around. Like, sometimes if you have a flat piece of aluminum, you get a echoey kind of sound, and it may kind of be distracting. So if you put a piece of foam in, it makes the board sound more full, because it changes the way sound, like the frequency would bounce places. Plus Ultra. Do Demon Slayer caps exist? Yes. I don't think they're officially licensed. I think they're just... Actually, are they officially licensed? Did they make an officially licensed one? I actually don't know the answer to that. I do not know the answer. I think? Maybe not. Anyways, guys, that was the build. Tomorrow we're going to be streaming again. I have a very interesting build tomorrow. If I can be honest, don't miss tomorrow's stream. It's going to be probably a lot of opinions. We're going to see. I have no clue what to expect from tomorrow's stream. Literally zero clue. So I'm not going to give you a sneak peek, but it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, though. Today was fun. I hope everyone got to enjoy the stream. A little bit of a more relaxing, chill vibe today. No, it's not going to be a traditional keyboard. It's going to be a keyboard, but not in the traditional sense. So, but I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone had a good time. I want a 3D printer. I'll tell you that much, McDouble. I do want a 3D printer, but I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon. That might be... Oh, I'm hungry again. That might be like a long ways off. See you then, mate. Thank you for another awesome stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't think anyone's doing keyboards tonight. So let me double check. Yeah, I'll send you guys the forms once we're done all the giveaways. So unfortunately, it'll be a little bit longer now just because we postponed it because Twitch is doing like an event with subs, which kind of honestly pisses me off that I didn't get a notification about that. But I'll send you guys all the forms afterwards. Alright, no one's doing it. We're gonna raid the Ducks. Thanks, guys. You guys have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I typed it in backwards. Guys, again, I'm gonna stress this. If you guys could do me a solid, just vote in... Oh, wrong button. Vote in the Discord if you guys want to be part of the Minecraft server. I think we're going to try to set it up later this week. And then hopefully me and Adam will get it off the ground next week or something. But let us know because I want to gauge, like, you know, how many slots we need. So, all right, guys. See ya. Love you and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.